moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Boakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political noise. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Boakai,
by a father, you serve your country with pride and dignity. Every day, people run to you, whether it be a family member or other people in your community. Honorable Abubakar, what is going on? What are you hearing? What is happening with this issue of rape? During the administration that you serve in, there were frantic efforts that were made. There were even phone calls or hotlines, so to speak. But today, the nation is completely quiet. We don't know. Others are saying that we don't even know whether we have the Ministry of Gender in existence. Honorable Abubakar, let's hear from you. What is going on? What are you hearing?
The first thing is that we now have a government of friendship and familyhood. Everyone, almost all of the appointees in government, in strategic areas of government, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs and other areas, the military, the financial areas, everywhere are being controlled by family members of the president. So, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs, you have Francis Sakila Numale, who is the Minister of Internal Affairs, who has desecrated the sanctity of that office that he occupies. You know, it saddens me. I mean, the quietude that you've seen, yeah, it's true. All of us, we are concerned. We are concerned about the quietude associated with the issue of rape in this country. This is because you have family members of the presidency. Of course, they are now the ones who holds the biggest push, the fat bank account, and everything in this country. And so once they come against you, they perpetrate evil against you, they use either money or they use threat to your life. That video was the last video that we saw from that lady. That woman spoke with, she was crying with a lot of pain. Pain and agony, frustration. Since that day, we have not heard or seen that lady. You and I, Randall, you know, we made frantic effort in finding the lady last time. We went to a community and they told us that this lady was no longer around. Even they don't know the woman disappeared.
We don't know whether she's committed suicide.
And so
nobody knows what's happened.
For the community chairman, ask him as a community chairman, what is going on? This citizen, we've seen this video, it went viral. We found out this is where she lived, and the community chairman told her that he too is being concerned, but he's scared for his life. Like you are talking about the nephew of the president, who is the Minister of Internal Affairs, who was seen in that video putting on his clothes that he removed to rape a woman. And what was the crime that this woman committed? It was we need to ask him, like many other Liberians who are jobless, when they think that you can help them to give them a gainful employment to be able to take care of their family. The lady was asking for a job. He told the woman to come to the hotel. I don't want to call the hotel name. That the lady should come there so that they can have a meeting. And when he quickly invited her into his room. And he did what he had to do. And you know the most annoying part of this whole thing, Randall and my colleagues were on, that video came out, that incident occurred before his confirmation hearing.
Wow.
That man was able to go to the Liberian Senate, where you have people like Darius DeLong, Yomble Kanga Lawrence, the like of Prince Moyi, people who yesterday under the CDC-led government were pretending, the Boto Cannon, pretending to be champion for women. They were all, in fact, they were among the first senators who voted in favor of his confirmation to sit as Minister of Internal Affairs. Our CDC lawmakers, senators, Senator McGill and others, they brought this thing up. And they told their colleagues that by confirming this man to be a minister in the government is an affront to our Liberian women. It would be an affront to our daughters and women that we have as family members and to this nation. But Darius DeLong and others, what did they do? They were championing, they were moving from one senator office to another senator office with Newman campaigning for his confirmation. Today, he's been confirmed as Minister of Internal Affairs because he is the nephew to the president. There are many other things that happen that I know we'll go to the second talking point, which he is also in. Every crime that has been committed in the country, that minister is part of it. Because human being rape, he went to the Senate, he got confirmed. Brian McGill saw it like a no. Brian McGill, this gentleman who has been working at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, who is a security personnel, he's been working there for years. And this man said that his daughter was raped because the little girl, 14-year-old baby, that's a baby. Or Deputy Minister for Youth Development, he should be initiating programs that tend to uplift this little girl.
Thank you.
To develop her life. But rather, that is the minister who mercilessly brought down the pants of that little girl, forcefully penetrated her.
Thank you. Thank you.
It lifetime trauma for them. So we are disappointed, but not surprised that the rescue mission that came to rescue every sector of the country has now become a perpetration mission.
Lofa County, Tamamomo, who is today on this video, a nephew of Joseph Nyuma Boakai, is on this video. Again, it is graphic, but again, you know, we got to do it for you. So we're going to play this video.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Why did you put it like this? Only medicine and raping somebody for what? What is this? What is this? Oh God.
Welcome again, Miss Kroma. Welcome. I'm sorry. I know it's, you know, it's emotional.
Yeah.
But let's hear from you. You are in Liberia.
Well, thank you so much for the privilege and the opportunity to have me on this platform. First of all, as I was stating saying that graphic, that sensitive display of a certain government official, involving in such an act is troubling and also saddening. Currently in Liberia, rape has become a sport wherein government officials are actively engaged in abuses, especially gender and sexual-based violence against minors. And first, during the we-are-led government, when we were actively involved into activism, we led that of young people on the street to advocate on behalf of rape victims. At the end of the day, the we-are-led government respected our decision, and also we are declared rape as a national Oh, somebody is on my land.
Prince, I'm cutting off the video you just displayed. Who in the background? Who the men are in that background?
There's something I just caught my attention on that video. There's something that lady said on that video.
Just a minute, Pastor. President we have in power is a president who has no feeling, or respecting.
Wow. Loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, someone was calling me, and sorry for that interruption.
No problem.
So as I was saying, now you have certain government officials abusing their powers by raping minors. When we were actively involved in activism, especially against sexual and gender-based violence, we demanded that we are led administration to declare rape as a national emergency, and which was done. But here we are under this regime. We have seen abuse of power. Not just that, we've seen people in top of offices shielding government officials from being arrested and from facing justice. Like the case of Brian McGill, this is not typical. As I'm sitting right here, my brother is accused of rape. Is currently at the Morovia Central Prison. What happened? We've seen this girl, the particular girl that accused my brother of rape, has come clean and said that my brother never raped her. It was her mother who forced her to lie on my brother. We've been behind this government to accuse my, to like relieve him of that particular accusations, but we are nowhere, and they are even asking us to pay money to the government. So if we see these things happening before our eyes, it burns us, and because we are female, we are women, we cannot see it to watch these things happening. But again, this is what we have under the Boakai-led government. When power or rule of law is no longer an ethics, when rule of law is abused, when rule of law has been sabotaged. So what I can say is it hurts my heart, because not just because I'm a female, but also I'm a mother. Coming up, we were, there are a lot of things that we were introduced to when we were coming up.
So again, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever the time is from your end, I want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you. Again, it is a privilege for us to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. As usual, we ask that you do us a favor. And that favor we require of you is to please hit for us the share button, invite as many friends as possible, and let's have a wonderful time. Let's make use of the comment section. Just let's be respectful of each other. You don't need to use or to, get your way through with invectives. You don't have to insult anybody to make your point. Your point will be across in the simplest possible way. You don't have to insult in order to disagree with me. And I believe that, we don't have to do that to each other. Again, I want to say welcome to all of you. Another wonderful presentation is going to be today. I will advise that you brace yourself because the information is about to be raw to you. We will not put somebody will say co-suit on the information. We'll give it to you as it is, and it's up to you to use it the best way possible. So again, to all of you who have joined us, so a special way, I want to say welcome to my own sister, Fatou Sharif. Thank you for joining us. I want to welcome our Director of Research, Tobazi Christopher Water. Tobazi, you are welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, all of you that have joined us, I want to say thank you so very kindly. So we will now start talking about the Guinea issue or the issue with Liberia and Guinea at the border. And the reason why we will not stop talking about it because it's of national concern. Like we said here yesterday and the day before, this government has proven beyond all reasonable doubt that she lacks the ability to protect the Liberian people. Morris, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. When a leader displays his inability, when a leader displays his unwillingness, when a leader displays his ineptitude to defend and protect his people and the constitution, you know what happens? The people becomes vulnerable and becomes prey to whatever situation or circumstances. And this is what we are faced with as a nation. For some reason, we've been running with this for a very long time. Those of you that are on here can bear or witness. We've been talking about the function of government. We talk about the function of a government. For those of you who have been following us for a while, you will bear us witness that we've been talking about this and we've been telling our people that what we have in Liberia, unfortunately, cannot be considered a government. The last time we were here, we told you that there are three cardinal responsibilities of a government. It can be more than that, but we just named three. We told you that one of the functions of the government is to maintain order and promote the welfare of the society. To maintain order and promote the welfare of the society. But I'm just going to name you three. Just try to recap it, you know. It will be more than three, but we just put it into three. We told you that the reason why you have government is for the establishment of rule of law. So that rule of law can be established and fully implemented. Government is established or government is set in place in order to be able to create and enforce the law, to regulate the behavior and maintain order in a particular area. One of the functions of the government. Another function of the government is protecting rights, to safeguard individual rights. Protect your right, protect my right. Whether I am a criminal or not, I too have rights. Even the criminal or the criminals, they too have their own rights. They have their rights. So that's one of the function, that's one of the responsibility of a government, to safeguard individuals' rights and freedom through the legal framework But today, ask yourself, are these things happening in Liberia? Are individual rights safeguarded by this government of Joseph Numa Boakai? We'll come there. Don't worry. We'll discuss. We said one of the responsibility also of the government is providing security, ensuring national defense and public safety against threat. The responsibility of government we're talking about, yes. Providing security. And in that provision of security or providing security, the government must ensure national defense and public safety against threat, whether be a external or internal threat. That is the responsibility of the government. They are there to provide services, offer essential services, healthcare, education, infrastructure, etc., etc. The responsibility of a government. Economic management, to regulate the economy, that people will not just do their own thing. Somebody wake up in the morning, they sell something here and say, they think here I say I'm a business area. So the business area here are selling comic color. The comic color we are selling $100 for it. Somebody can they take how you call something and put it and say they think here we are selling that my gas station. They gas here are selling my own 200. The other person can say I'm selling my own 500. One of the responsibility of the government is to ensure that they can regulate the prices of these basic commodities on the market. To regulate the economy, to promote growth and stability. I'm sorry. So, to promote growth and stability, we talk about the social welfare components of the government, to implement programs that support vulnerable population and reduce inequality. We talked about this long ago. I'm just trying to summarize and stuff like that. These are some of the functions of a government. Now, I want to ask you this question. Whether you will take it or not, whether you will answer or not, but it is my responsibility to be able to educate you and give you the information as it is. With this issue that is happening between Liberia and that of Guinea at the border point in Lofa, Slumbe, are you going to say that this government is providing security for her people? Are you going to say that? When we told you here that this particular government was inept, that this government lacks the ability, this government of Joseph Numa Boakai lacks the ability to protect its people, to protect its border, and to protect the sovereignty of the nation, some of you thought we were joking. You thought we were joking. You think we are excited of seeing these things happening? No, we are not. We are not. But it is our responsibility to give you the information, to provide you the information. It is up to you how you use it, how you take it. I know some of you are not satisfied. You will insult us, you will say things about us, but we don't care about your insult because we have a national duty, a national responsibility. You see, what happened at the Guinea-Liberia border in Lofa tells you how when people are desperate to satisfy their their ego, to satisfy their insatiable greed. This is what can happen. And somebody will say, my brother Jake will always say, I'm going to bust your bubbles with this information. Because every time when we have the opportunity to talk to people, we get information. We get information. And we are going to give you those information. Oh yes, we are going to give you those information. You know, fellow Liberians, what is happening at the border, Guinea and Liberia, there in Lofa? Do you know that this particular problem is caused by Joseph Numa Boakai? Yes, it's caused by him. Now, I don't want you to believe it, but I will play you videos of people who are they were part and parcel of this government. Joseph Numa Boakai is risking the national security of our country, risking our people's life for his personal greed and ego. Joseph Numa Boakai lied to you and myself that he had absolutely no knowledge about what was happening in Lofa relative to the building of that particular $1 million facility, right? That's why he told you and myself. He said he is not aware. According to him, initially he said he had no idea about what was happening in Lofa. That's why he said. Right? That was what Joseph Numa Boakai told us. That he had absolutely from the onset no idea about what was happening in Lofa. But let me bust your bubbles, as Jake will say. Do you know that that place that they are building in Lofa there, do you know that they say that are being used to build that place, do you know it's from that particular river? Are you aware of that? Are you aware that that particular contract, Francis Sakila Nyimale, is also one of those that is providing the same for the construction of that particular $10 million property there in Foya? Are you aware of it? I'm going to play you a video. Today, I will play you several videos. I'm going to play you this video, and I want you to listen to this. Okay. I'm sorry. Just bear with me while I do this quickly. Okay. Just bear with me. Let me bring you this information. I want you to listen to this video.
I've started, and all started about from the river, this river.
So I want you
and
to
of
listen
course,
here.
when the company, the BK Enterprise company, what do they do?
So I want you to listen to this particular fellow. He is giving us an information that is very cardinal, because we try to ask other people behind the scene, contact our people. So I want you to listen to this. It's a 9-minute video. I want you to listen to this. Let's go ahead. Listen to this video.
No, I mean, like, what triggered the whole thing that we do? Because you've been following the story.
And that's where now we are going.
Okay.
When, of course, we heard the information that the pavement of Foya Street have started, and all started about getting sand from the river, this river. And of course, when the company, the BK Enterprise company, were involved into excavating sand from the river downway, and there was a time, it was a time when the soldiers, about 8 to 10 soldiers, crossed the river and of course seized those materials. Some of
this BK Enterprise company that this brother is talking about, that is involved with the pavement of some portion of Lofa, and also has a contract of building this particular $10 million duplex in Foya. One of the owner of this particular BK Enterprise is how you call him, Francis Akila Nyimale, the current minister of of internal affairs. We say local government, the BK Enterprise. Francis Akila Nyimale is one of those persons that own the BK Enterprise company. He is one of those, a nephew of Joseph Nyuma Boakai. The BK Enterprise also has a contract of building that particular four-year mansion. So what the guys did was to use that particular river to extract sand for the construction of Joseph Nyuma Boakai $10 million, how you call property there in Foya, and other projects that they are carrying on. But let's go ahead. Let's listen. I just want to give you some background while we're going ahead for you to get the understanding.
those machines were being seized, and there was a time, it was a time when the soldiers, about 8 to 10 soldiers, crossed the river and of course seized those materials. Some of those machines were being seized and haven't been retrieved as we speak. So
some of them have not been retrieved.
Not even some of them. All those material that was seized at the time, nothing have been returned to Liberia. So there was a time when the minister came, Minister Yubali, and of course the local county superintendent Masakwe, and all our local delegates came right here. We sat here in here and had a discussion with the one minister, and we had a discussion with the governor for Guinea, the Kisi governor for Guinea, and of course the Kigedu governor. They discussed the whole day, and they said they're going to get back to the higher authority in Guinea, and they'll come back to give briefing. The authority in Liberia did not get a briefing as it was promised by these governors. So the minister decided to come back with a reinforcement, and that reinforcement comprises of the chief of staff, the assistant minister for Bureau of Correction, the Minister of Justice, Gabriel Nupla, and and several other officials from.
So I'm not going to play all of this video. I'm going to play some, and I want you to get the first-hand information. Liberia today is experiencing what we're experiencing because the likes of Joseph Nyuma Boakai and his folks around him, Francis Akila Nyimale, they want to satisfy themselves. They want to put money in their pocket at the expense of the ordinary people. From information that we gather, the Liberian government, when they were building that particular $10 million property for Joseph Nyuma Boakai in Foya, decided to talk to her counterpart across the border that they wanted to, carry on some mining, sand mining on that particular river. And the government at the time, or the people of Guinea in that particular area, agreed and gave our government at least a period of 1 month, but that they will only do sand mining. It will only be restricted to sand mining. At the end of the day, Francis Akila Nyimale, who is one of the owners of this BK company, put his equipment over the river. While they were mining sand, not knowing it wasn't only sand that they were mining. They were also mining minerals. Listen to me, that they were also mining minerals. The people from the Guinea side got angry and said, but no, this is not the agreement. You came to us and said you wanted to drill, or you wanted to, extract sand. And that was what was agreed upon. But the things that we are seeing over this water and the activity that is ongoing is more than just sand. It's more than that. That's how the government of Guinea got angry and said, these things that we are seeing, these materials that we are seeing, is more than that. The government of Guinea seized the material and took it to Guinea to go and properly investigate whether those materials they were used to just mine sand or for more than that. Lo and behold, when they found out, it was proven that the materials that they were using, or the equipment that they were using over that particular river, was more than just taking sand to go build area, but they were also mining. Francis Sakila Nyimale, under the cover of darkness, decided to collect few people, the defense minister, the army chief, and other one or two Lofians, to go there and talk it underwater. You see how dangerous these people are proceeding with our peace, with the Liberian people? It was done underwater. It was done in a secret mood. They wanted nobody to know. They didn't want it to raise alarm on it at all. No, they didn't want it to do that. Because the operation was clandestine. Because the operation was completely illegal. Because that operation was meant to extract minerals for Joseph Newman Boakai and his cronies. So they wanted for plenty of noise to be involved into it. I don't want you to believe it. A living witness there giving us a testimony, with the exception of those other information that we're able to gather from there. So listen.
As it was promised by these governors. So the minister decided to come back with a reinforcement, and that reinforcement comprises of the chief of staff, the assistant minister for Bureau of Correction, the minister of Justice, Gabriel Nupla, and and several other officials.
You see that? So Francis Takila Nyimale, knowing very well that this act was clandestine, you see, that's why we say it is dangerous. When you have family member of this Joseph Newman Boakai serving as head of our security apparatus, the armed forces of Liberia, his nephew is there. So at the end of the day, Francis Sakila Nyimale went to his uncle, nephew, and said, look, you know what happened? Let's go to that place there. Collected the deputy for correction, another Lofien, and said, let's go there to go and discuss this thing here. No, don't believe me. This is a living witness telling us, with the exception of the information that we have gathered. Somebody here is on video giving you the information. Don't believe me. Don't get angry at me. Listen, let's go ahead.
From Morovia added to the local delegates here, all came here. It's about 43 members of Liberian delegates crossed the river right here last day, and we went to Guinea, went to Gegedu, where we met the local government minister in Guinea, right? Gegedu, and of course
with all this thing that was going on, fellow Liberian, how many of you saw any information in the press or in the newspaper about this? No, I know some of you, I don't know, you are so limited to politics. You look at the individual and not the safety of the nation. But with what this brother is explaining, how many of us saw either a newspaper or a news article or whatever article we saw in the newspaper or wherever, whether online or wherever, talking about this particular delegation? Go and search it up. They did it Nicodemously. They did it under the cover of darkness. because this operation was illegal. But right, the Minister of Lands and Mines, look, I will tell you why you think today Joseph Newman Boakai had to fire, how you call himself, pay, Wilmer Pay, from the Minister of Lands and Mines, from the Ministry of Lands and Mines. These were some of the issues that led to pay being fired from Lands and Mines. Some of you who do not know, look, when we come here, let me just put my face on this. You know why Wilmer Pay was fired from that minister, from that Ministry of Lands and Mines? These were some of the reasons that he was fired. Look, Joseph Newman Boakai is using people to carry on so many illegal activities there, to mine and carry on some other stuff in Liberia there. We told you that this Boakai man is a crook, but some of you don't believe it. Joseph Newman Boakai is doing serious mining in Lofa and other parts of, the country, bombing in other areas. He is doing serious illegal mining. One of the reasons why Wilmer Pay was relieved of his post at the Ministry of Lands and Mines was because he was stepping on some of these makeshift company, according to them, that are extracting minerals. When you go there and want to implement the law, these people, they will call Boakai directly and say, they're disturbing us. You want close our play. And Wilmer Pay, look, we like him or not. We said it here on this platform. We discussed it here when his incident happened, when he was dismissed. We said, let Wilmer Pay or not. But that man, to some extent, he stands for principle. He stands for principle. Some of the illegal small company that was operating, they say they get mining this, mining that. Wilmer Pay got to realize that some of these people, they were operating not with legal license. They were operating on the name of Joseph Newman Boakai. When you go there, you say that the president interest. When you go there, you say that the president interest. Francis Sakila Nyimale is one person who is protecting Joseph Newman Boakai in legal dealings, especially in the mining sector. So when you go there, you want to tell them, when Wilmer Pay want to tell them, they will say, let go. They call Francis Sakila Nyimale. He called Wilmer Pay and said, my man, forget it. Wilmer Pay said, no, don't bring nothing to me. Because of Wilmer Pay's stubbornness to protect our minerals, to protect our resources, got him fired. I will give you information today. I don't want you to just believe me. I will play you videos. You will hear it for yourself. There are some information we'll give it to you. Some will play the video. So you listening to this fellow. Nicodemus, about 40 plus men, how you call delegation, was sent to Guinea. Which one of the newspaper you are seeing that information in? Which one of the media institution that carry it? No, which one of them? You are dealing with a crook, a seasoned crook, a knowledgeable criminal who has besieged our nation and is sitting at the executive mansion in presence of Joseph Newman Boakai. The Papa not joking. That Papa is dragging serious mineral from the country. I was saying, oh yeah, making the man this, the man that. That Papa is stealing the resources of the Liberian people in a broad daylight. But let's play this video. Like I said, we are here today. We play it.
Prepared. Yeah,
okay, I need to prepare. Yeah. So before we go further, the dedication that let you have the Minister of Internal Affairs, local government
Yeah.
ministry, rather now.
Yeah.
How do you call him?
The chief-
Yumalin.
Yeah.
And then you also had the chief of what?
The chief of staff.
The chief of staff of the armed forces.
Yes, yes. Connectivity for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Connectivity for that.
Yeah.
And then you also had the Kisi governor of the area.
You have the paramount chief for.
People go dig sand. Thank God that this man was there. People go dig sand. While they were digging the sand, they seized the materials. While they were digging sand, they seized the material. I want you to begin to think about this. Waiting that one get to do with Army Chief of Staff. No. I want you to begin to think about it. People digging sand on a river. That portion of it belongs to, or whatever you will call it, belongs to Guinea. And those materials were seized. Who are those that you think the army is supposed to be there? Look, I told you the last time that Boakai is using his nephew Fuller to do stupidness. But we are observing, we are watching, and we have them on our radar. Any attempt for Joseph Newman Boakai and Fuller to behave like the same thing that happened in Guinea, where the woman sent for a nephew and say, "Can Dumuya, let's make some kind of fake coup." That nonsense will not work in Liberia. It will not work. So somebody sees material. I'm a chief of staff going there for. Where correctional bureau going there for? The deputy chief for correction, for prison, J Horse. The deputy chief for J Horse. He going there in Guinea. Don't believe me. Let me carry back.
Nupla and other and several other officials from Monrovia added to the local delegate as it was promised by these governors. So the minister decided to come back with a reinforcement, and that reinforcement comprises of the chief of staff, the assistant minister for Bureau of Correction, the minister of Justice, Gabriel Nupla.
The chief of staff, assistant minister for correction. He was part of them. What did correction go do it? How you call material that taking sand from in water? You see the danger of trying to localize, or not even trying to localize, but taking one segment, one group of people in a particular county, one tribe, and making them to become part of the government. Because in Lofa, there are several tribes. You have the Kisi, the Loma, the Mandingos, the Mende, the Bandi, and just go on. The Pele, they are also there in Alofa. But today, the entire government, you have just few group of people, few group of Kisi people, they come together. And those other people who are not Kisi, family member or some kind of close relative to the president, they come together. You see the danger. When we tell you of some of the danger that Liberia is faced with, that we are on time bomb under this old man called Joseph Newman Boakai, some of you get angry. I have no reason to get angry with Joseph Newman Boakai. I'm from Grand Cape Man County in Lofa, born in Mosorado County. Yes. From Grand Cape Man County in Lofa, born in Mosorado. By virtue of my human association, whatever, I should not be doing some of these things, right? Do you know how many times, they have kicked me from out of the Lofa County diaspora chat room and all? They kicked me out. But that one is a story for another day. I won't going to dive into it. So I have no hate in my heart for anyone, no. But my nation is more important than my tribal alignment or my tribal lineage or my traditional connection or my religion connection or whatever it is. No. So people go bouncing. The people seize the material. Waiting, defense minister go do that. Waiting, correction bureau chief go do that. Joseph Newman Boakai is damaging the fabric of our nation. And we're sitting down within our phone. Some of us telling you, you insult us, you say things. But it is our responsibility to tell you. It's up to you. You want insult, you insult. You want listen, you listen. You don't want listen, fine. It's up to you. But our responsibility is to tell you. How you use the information, fine. How you use it, fine. At the end of the day, we have played our part and we are playing our part adequately. So let's go ahead.
And and several other officials from Monrovia added to the local delegates here, all came here. It's about 43 members of Liberian delegates crossed the river right here last day, and we went to Guinea, went to Guinea, where we met the local government minister in Guinea, right?
Francis Sakila Nyimale Company, they seized his material over the river because it was doing something illegal. 43 persons from the government went to Guinea. They could not make use of the foreign affairs minister. They could not make use of the foreign affairs minister. Foreign affairs minister was not important at that time. Just say that. The old man is damaging that country. You know, when I always say this, and those of you who have been here for a while, you will bear with me. I always tell people that my worry is not about President Weah winning 2029, because I know he will win. You know, my worry is about the damage that this old man, Joseph Newman Boakai, is causing to that nation. The time that President Weah will take to fix those damage. Because the work that we have done and the place that President Weah left our nation, but right, this government should continue from there. But rather, we are retrogressing. We're going to square one. This is the reason why when the party chairman went abroad for some kind of conference, there were people even in the international community, they were concerned about Liberia. They were concerned about our peace. They were concerned about our democracy. No, I don't want you to believe it. I will play a video. The people who the chairman of the Unity Party, Luther Tapper, met, they were concerned and said, we're concerned. Oh, the old men that we're looking at, we know the old men here. We are concerned about the peace. We are concerned about the democracy of Liberia. We are concerned about the safety of the people of Liberia. No, don't believe what I'm saying. I will play you the video from the Unity Party chairman himself. These were some of the concerns that they were concerned. That with Joseph Newman Boakai, insatiable greed for wealth and to enrich himself, plan to pay back. If care is not taken, this nation called Liberia will be plunged into a mess. Like I said, don't believe me. Let me play this video for you to hear it for yourself. Just bear with me. Don't worry. We'll come here. Okay. So listen to this video.
A moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Boakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud.
You hear it? You hear it? Their concern was that you should continue this democracy. You should continue this peace that Liberia is on. You should continue on this path of maintaining the peace, of protecting the people, of protecting your democracy, of respecting the rule of law. A Unity Party chairman talking. That's not me. That's not anybody from CDC. Unity Party chairman talking, concerned about the peace of Liberia because they knew very well from the very onset that Joseph Numa Boakai, this old man, his vindictive behavior will cause serious problem for our nation. Today, this is what is happening. This is just what is happening in Liberia. Joseph Numa Boakai is willing to sacrifice our democracy for his nephew company and what he is getting in minerals. Who told you Joseph Numa Boakai don't know that the mineral fee is very lucrative? You think why they get collect Costa, they took him again, some kind of lay minerals on, they say, my man, go do your own mineral thing so you can find somewhere to sit down. All of these boys that you're looking at, Patrick Horner, do you know that Patrick Horner has a mining company, an illegal mining company in Bomi? Patrick Horner. Do you know that Mo Ali is operating an illegal mining company in Cape Man County there? I will bring you all of the information at the appropriate time. All of these boys that you are looking at, all of these boys, the Amos that to LPRC, do you know that all of these guys, they have their own mining company in the Liberia there? They get their mining company. One of the reasons why Wemope was kicked out, I continue to tell you this. I'm giving you an information, factual information. One of the reasons he was kicked out was not because he was disrespectful, but most of the time when he sent his people on the field to go and do an inspection, they observed that most of these small mining companies that were operating in the counties, they were all owned by people in government. And when they want to take action to close it down, these people feel that what government here, don't tell us what to do. Similar thing that they did to how you call Councillor Kanga Finley. The ambushmen want to question these people. They say, oh, we want to do. Oh, Kanga Finley, you want to question us? We made the play uncomfortable for you until we move you from there. And they move it. He had to resign. Forcefully, he got to resign. Look, these boys are brutal in their approach to steal the wealth of the country. These people, they came on a mission to be able to just rip the nation of its very, very lifeline. That's the mission these boys are on. All of these people that you see, all of them, they get their money company. All of them. That's why somebody who they send there, like how you call Wemope, who was very independent and said, look, we will refine this place. We will continue on the path that we made it on, honor His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. We'll refine this place here. It will be a place where the minerals of the Liberian people will be protected. They say, oh, the mayor, papi. We try, the mayor will dirty also. The mayor, you want to leave from our cola. The man acting like they say he too straight, he too strong. Let's get rid of him. And that's just what happened. With many people that they are able to get rid of. The last time the SOE boss, he appeared at Mika and said most of these SOE, they were not giving money to the budget. They were not contributing to the budget. Before Wolo, Joseph Numa Boakai sacked that one. The LDEA, one of the LDEA boss, appear at the same Mika and say, from the executive down to the judiciary to the legislative branch of government, these people are involved. There are people there who are involved in the dealings of drugs. The next day, Joseph Numa Boakai get rid of him. Anybody who try to expose the devilish deeds and the evil act of this government, the government will get rid of you. We told you all these people, rescue, it is the opposite. They have come to wreck our nation. They have come to rape you. They've not come to rescue you. No, all of these instances that I've just named, you go and check it up. I'm not making up the story. Those people that came to expose ills in those areas, they were gone the next day. They were gone. The next day they were gone. Look at this girl. From the fishery, how you call a place there. Emma, right? Emma Glasgow. Emma Glasgow was at the fishery area there. Joseph Newman Boyka took over because Emma decided that, look, we will protect the resources of the Liberian people. We will not use their place to be one other area that people can just take money and just do all kind of nonsense. Joseph Newman Boyka said, oh, that why you okay, we'll put big crown or we'll sack or we'll move from here. Today, the LACC conducted her investigation, came up and telling us that, oh no, Emma Glasgow, it don't do bow. They get where you took from here, they get our good girl. They get not doing bad, they get protecting our resources. Joseph Newman Boyka will be against and will sack anybody within a heartbeat when he knows that you are trying to protect the resources of the Liberian people. You're trying to live by integrity. Joseph Newman Boyka in integrity, they can be in the same sentence. No, he will get rid of you. That's why you see his minister, for example, of information, he will just use that platform and just insult people. Jeremy Pia will just use that platform and insult people. People who are working in government, when they're ready to open their mouth, just accept it and just spill nonsense on good character, on leaders of the nation, and nothing come out of it. Because that's what Joseph Newman Boyka wants. These are the kind of people that he likes. He likes them. He hailed them. Let's listen to this video. Yaka.
What Gegedu, and of course they are what they call the super bed.
Okay, super fair.
Yeah.
So before we go further, the dedication that let you have the Minister of Internal Affairs, local government ministry, rather, how do you call him? Yumalim.
Yeah.
And then you also had the chief of what?
The chief of staff.
The chief of staff of the armed forces.
Yes. Connectivity for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Connectivity for that.
Yeah.
And then you also had the Kisi governor of the area.
You are the paramount chief for this region.
Okay.
For Foya, paramount chief Koha, and you have the township commissioner. You have the statutory superintendent. You have the commissioner of Foya. And you know, these are you have the superintendent, the existing superintendent for development, Lofa County, the former district commissioner.
Okay.
They were all on board. The county attorney of Lofa County.
So they were all on board.
Councillor Luther Sumo.
And went across to negotiate.
Yeah.
So what was actually discussed? Were there any plan for them to return the machine?
There was a lot of discussions, and the people tried to go into the historicity of how this polo business or how this boundary business came about. But I mean, that was not what the trade was meant for. It was meant for peace dialogue to speak to the citizens in Guinea that we are not enemies. We should not establish this issue of separation when this particular money activity is there to develop Foya. It's not about man. It's not about mineral.
So the main concern was that the Guinean authority felt that there was mining going on in terms of digging mineral. Like, river. So I think those sand is a mineral, but maybe gold or diamond.
Yes, gold and diamond. They said that's the aim of no contractors, for which the minister tries to disclaim that it is not. It is meant to get sand for the pavement of Foya streets.
Exactly. So because we don't have much time.
You see what happening there? Francis Sakila Nyimale now is defending the company, his BK company. Say no, the people don't can mine you. They don't can take gold and diamond. Only sand they can mine. They can extract any other thing with the exception of sand. So where was the Minister of Finance, Madam Sarah Besro Nyanti? So she could not form part of it, or could not go there to talk to her Guinean counterpart. When criminals are given state power, the people suffer. Now what happened here? So Joseph Newman Boyka collected his boys and said, my man, you'll go down there, you'll go do that thing. Look, if you see the level at which this thing have reached, is because God wants it to be open so that we, the common people, can know. Because it was behind the scene. These people were doing serious mining behind the scene. Why you think when Joseph Newman Boyka walk Kochi to go to how you call Guinea? The man call him and say, oh, me can't. Dumbuya call him and say, leave from that place, can't hear and can't answer question. Then somebody say, no, that is what we call diplomacy. Because the people know that this man has been doing clandestine deeds. They know. Why you think they command Joseph Nimo Boakai to extend the men working one further? How you call Dumbuya got to hold our president? Dumbuya got to hold him and say, hey, let hold him. I want for the men to further in Guinea. Because the men further trouble be on him. Joseph Nimo Boakai coming, you want further. Dumbuya got to hold him. Oh, you're telling a lie? Yeah, I told you ever since. And I will tell you today. Whenever I say things, I have evidence for them. That's why I always tell people, I don't get involved into gossip. No. Because what I do here, this is a reputable institution under the Palava Hut. There's a brand, there's a name that has people attached to. So I will not come here to come. I'm not chasing cloud. Let me just tell you, I'm not cloud chaser. Joseph Numa Boakai went to Guinea. He almost fought out that Dumbuya got to hold him. Hey, my people, let me show you the video. When we're talking, some of you think that, oh, we can be joking. Let me show you the video. It's a shame. This is a shame. It's a shame. Oh. Dumbuya got to hold that man. You will come there. Don't worry. We'll come in there just now. Okay, fine. That's good. Dumbuya got to hold him. Dumbuya, imagine the man got to hold him. Man say, oh man, yeah, you coming? Hey, you're not. I'm begging you. Don't do that thing here. You're holding. Don't do that thing here. On the executive mansion website, the place I take it from before somebody say, oh, thank God the seal are there. Let me put it right here so you can see. There's the executive mansion website. I'm taking it from nowhere. Before somebody say, oh, print, you can lie. You're talking from this, that AR video, that. Observe this. Imagine the people walking, coming outside Joseph Numa Boakai one further. Don't believe what I'm saying. Dumbuya got to hold him. Yeah. Let's watch the video. Watch the video. Just observe. You see here? And see, Dumbuya holding his hand. You see that? Because he was falling down. He was completely falling down. Let me carry back. Watch this video very well. Watch it. Just watch the video. He was falling down. Dumbuya got to hold him and say, the one, it can't happen. Dumbuya got to hold him. Watch this video. Don't believe what I'm saying. Watch. Watch. Just watch. You see that? You see Dumbuya holding him? You see a hand in Dumbuya hand? Dumbuya holding him? A complete disgrace. These are some of the things that we're talking about. So Dumbuya looking for lawyers that can bring it up, man. Liberians, the disgrace that we brought upon ourselves, we got to suck it in. We will be able to take the bitter pills that we bought for ourselves because we refuse to listen. Look there. Look there. Dumbuya holding your hand. Look, just observe. Observe it. You see the how he walking? Kikoyo. You see that? Look there. That Dumbuya holding him. Bound. There, Dumbuya holding him. You take a man and you take the whole nation, a nation that is already looking for survival. Then you gain to somebody, or you get a nation to somebody who is also looking for survival. How will we go forward? You get somebody who walking kichira, who need help. Then here, you look there, holding your president. Just talking about young baby. You see that? Because the men were not going to hold. He fought right away. The old man went to Guinea to go tell the men, say, my son, I'm begging you. They mean right here that we were taking it from here. You know, your papa too got to eat small thing. So they think here begging you, just leave it. They think here forget about it. That some of the thing the African president says, well, kind of nonsense I coming, I will come and say they kind of nonsense. That they want you call discussion. Yo. We're doing something serious in Africa here. We won't get time for that nonsense. Somebody digging mineral. The other country sees it and say you can't own our land or in our territory and taking our mineral. They seize it. That why we go sit down to go talk. I mean, say, no, that nonsense, don't bring it to me. Look at our president. They're holding him by hand. Look at him. Look at them. Look at, you see that? You see? Look. The man, the Guinea president Dumbuya, they both got to take him from his pocket to hold our president. And you see that? And we're telling you, some of you think we are lying around here. You think that when we come here, we can't play fun. You think we can't chase cloud? No. We're here for cloud chasing. We are not here for cloud chasing. This is the kind of disgrace that we are faced with as a people. These are the kind of things that we see every day. Look at what we're talking about here. Look at this. Look at your president. Look at him. Look there. Just see there. Y'all look. Y'all see there? We are the whole hand. The whole hand. Get something how you got on. That hand there. Y'all look at it. When we talk, you say no, we lying. Oh, my people, we suffer, we fall down inside. Somebody can say, this is part nothing of the show. Yeah. You will know that other show part, when somebody say this is part nothing of this show, I mean, I want, yeah, money sport. Part nothing of the show. That you look at your president, holding your hand. You're going to carry again and say that AI, we're doing AI. Here is it. Look there. Oh, it's a complete disgrace. Definitely, Darfina. A complete disgrace. This is a disgrace. They hold your hand. Y'all look, the Guinea president, the man can grab him and say, oh man, look at that kind of thing. Look at that kind of thing there. Look. Even the two guys, look at these two security. These are our own security. Look at the two security. That guy was almost the guy who you're looking at on your right. He was almost running there to go and hold Boakai. Look there. Look there. The guy, they were almost in a running move. You bring us all of us a calamity. Today, look at what is happening. Just like Boakai said, he went Guinea to go and discuss. As I speak today, the people came back with reinforcement. People are now running away from Guinea, from that particular area, from the Lofa belt. Don't believe it. Let me show you something here quickly. Courtesy of KMTV. Let me show this to you quick. The people are boasting. Say, oh yeah, just like human boy, the man, he believe in diplomacy. Report from, how you call the place, Lofa. Courtesy of KMTV. Let's read what KMTV say here. Because we're saying is, oh, they were lying. Report indicates that Liberians are fleeing the disputed border region in Lofa due to the presence of Guinean military forces. As of this time, there are no confirmed reports of a Guinean flag being hosted on the Liberian soil at the Slumber border. However, it has been confirmed that few Guinean soldiers did cross into Liberia territory with the reason stay unknown. Yesterday, there were people who were talking, oh, the men, no diplomacy. That's what people didn't run here. Look at our people. You see there? No, you see there? Look at the people. Look. Let me make this bigger for you to see. Here is it. Look at our people. With loads on their heads. The people are leaving that place. Look there. You see? You see there? This Liberia immigration vehicle. Look at the Oma. With her, how you call a Kenya on here. Look there. Look there. You see there? People are going. Look here. You see here? And we're sitting and playing fun. There are other people behind there. Yesterday they say, oh yeah, the women understand diplomacy. Yeah, the women understand diplomacy. The women go discuss diplomacy. Everything now, okay. There, the people, they cross with reinforcement. with reinforcement. Oh, my people. Yaka. We further answer. Here is it. Here is it. Look there. You see there? In fact, let me go somewhere and bring you another video. Because this thing, when we're talking here, some of you think that we're playing or we're joking. Okay. Just bear with us. Let's. Okay. So,
as you can see,
courtesy of Spoon, let's bring it here. Courtesy of Spoon. Here is it. Their own stuff we bring it here. Before they say, oh, it's a different place. So let's bring it here.
the people are this. Welcome to Spoon Network, live from Solomon Port of Entry. As you can see, the people are displaced. People are finding their way to Foya. The civilians are finding their way to Foya. Let's go. Let's go. The citizens are finding their way, leaving their various villages.
You see that?
Finding their way to Foya.
You see what is going on?
It's not easy here. The Guineans are coming. My man, dying for everything. The Guineans are coming. They are actually coming. They are not playing. They are coming. Surrounding villages. Villages are surrounding Guinea. Living. They are living to find their way to Foya.
So you see what we're talking about here? When we're telling you, we get idiots that feel that we're joking, we're playing fun. When our people in that part of the country are living in fear, they are relocating from that particular area, going all the way inland. You think we're joking? You see some of the things that we're talking about here? Fellow Liberians, our nation is vulnerable. And our nation is vulnerable not because we as a people have neglected our responsibility, but because the government that we elected decided that they were not even listening to our plight. They have decided that their own interest is more than the interest of the Liberian people. Like I said to you, and I'm going to emphasize. Okay, I'm coming. Let me just bring you this quickly while I
we cannot say
do
we
what
were
I'm supposed to
abused
do.
friends that we grew up with as are victims of sexual abuse, of rape, and today they are not even, they have not even or like healed from the rape or the stigmatization. And today you have people in government raping young women, I mean babies. That is so much, so much disgusting. And what is disgusting? What is disgusting is to see Gogrick come on backing a rapist. That is the most disgusting and disheartening thing I've ever seen in my life. Maybe one can say that Gogrick Coleman and Bryant are involved into sodomizing young men because it is alleged that Gogrick Coleman is a rape, is a gay. So it is clear that Gogrick knows, Brian knows something about Gogrick, that Gogrick now it is his turn to back Brian.
This is where we are, fellow Liberians. This is where our nation, this is where we are as a people and as a nation. This is where we are. The government that should be providing protection for the people, the government have failed. We were here just recently, just now. We even go far place. I was telling you some of the function and responsibility of a government. And I told you one of the function, one of the responsibility of a government is to ensure that the people are protected. National defense and public safety against threat, whether it be external or internal. Today, look at what is happening in Lofa. The government have reneged on that responsibility. When we are asking the government to provide information, what is happening in Guinea, that they can talk. Joseph Newman Boakai will prefer to be working kiko, almost fall down in Guinea, only because he wants to go there to tell the mercy of baking. You release the machine here. You know, Yeke says something, and I want to play this. I want to play this. I hope this is something that I can. Let me bring you something here. According to their own Yeke, let me bring this here. I'll play this, and then okay, fine, that's good. Let's bring this here. Courtesy of Smart TV. So courtesy of Smart TV.
Yes. Yeah. You don't know what the yellow machine was brought for. That's only yellow between Guinea and Liberia.
Listen to what Yeke is saying.
Yes, they're using it for money. You don't know what the yellow machine was brought for. That's only yellow machine they're using to bring problem between Guinea and Liberia.
Listen.
What? Yes, they're using it for money purpose. Yes. Yeah. Look.
Listen to me.
Look,
people listening to you.
Look,
listen.
When the ball pass, the hoop change.
Yes.
When the
You
ball
gave me the
pass,
country yesterday. You said a lot of things I'm going to reach to them, but keep just saying.
I'm meeting everything that I said. I can't be voicing.
You said the yellow machine was brought in the country for what?
To do business for Mr. Boakai.
And it's undermining the issue and creating the problem.
It is creating this.
How is it?
Look, send Liberia being into being. From Chancellor Town, you ever saw Guinea crossing the border before? Who can say the one thing? Show me set one instance, mere reference.
And you worked in the Taylor's administration.
Yes, after war, we brought Taylor to power. And that is why we say the war can come, so we can go to a general.
Go back to Guinea issue.
So the people money, Joseph Boakai is money. On the people river, they say, I listen to my uncle, he said, oh, the money is not a problem. Joseph Boakai have a money company on the water. You think Joseph Boakai went to Guinea because he went there to talk for the people? He went there to talk for his interest. So the money thing can go on.
Since when they started?
This is what you are hearing. In addition to the many information that we have, this is what you are hearing. We told the Liberian people, and they refused to listen. Today, Boakai don't care about the Liberian people. He cares about his interests. Those of you that were jumping around, oh, Joseph Newman Boakai understand diplomacy, oh, the paper do diplomacy, he did. So what are people doing now across there? That people have to toe their law and be running away. Joseph Newman Boakai was there yesterday. Today, the people came with reinforcement. He was there yesterday. Use the Liberian people money, waste our resources. Waste the resources of the Liberian people. Look at where we found ourselves. Just look at where we found ourselves. Time wasted, resources wasted, and every other thing that you can think about. Every other thing that you can think about. Those of you that were jumping, oh yeah, just like Newman Boakai, you know diplomacy. The old man go do diplomacy. The diplomacy the men go do and not easy. Oh, and all the other thing. So what happened? What is the result of the diplomacy? That today we see people running here. That today we see people running. So the diplomacy he went to do in Guinea, it did not hold. It didn't hold. Look, when the people see Joseph Newman Boakai coming, they see an incompetent man coming. No wonder why this man have traveled the world over, have gone on more than 30 trips, and no result we have seen. No result we have seen. Using the resources that could be used for example, a JFK hospital, resources that could be used, for example, for the University of Liberia, resources that could be used, for example, for how you call the education sector, and etc. The resources the old man taking, carrying around a day, yeah, using it a day. Liberia has become a nation where people are not turning their back on. That's why when the Unity Party chairman went for the conference, even international people are concerned. International people, they are concerned with the way and manner in which we are proceeding. They are concerned. But fellow Liberian, time is of essence. I want to see if we can take one or two calls. I want to hear from you. Let's take one or two calls. Our people are vulnerable. The nation is at risk. It's unfortunate. Let's see if we can take one or two calls. The number to call is right there. 443-991-3356. That's the number to call. 443-991-3356. Time I've caught up with us. We got to go. But again, we're going to give our people opportunity. Let's see if we can read one or two comments. We're going to give our people the opportunity. While we are waiting for your call, let's give you this announcement. The CDC USA will be having her convention, and that convention will be in Philadelphia from June the 24th to the 28th. Let me get this stuff here. Okay. So the CDC USA will be having her convention from June the 24th to the 28th of 2026 of this year. All of you, if you are a Sidician, a Wiashan, or whoever you are, get ready, prepare yourself. We'll be in Philly. We also want to encourage you. If you are living in any of these states, for example, Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland, please get in contact with us. There is a CDC chapter here in the DMV area, in the tri-state. There is a chapter here in the DMV area. The DMV area comprises of Washington, D.C., Maryland, and that of Virginia. So if you are in any one of these states and you are a Sidician or a Wiashan and you are not connected with the CDC, we urge you to please do that. We urge you to please do that. Please be part of the CDC local chapter. So that number to get in contact with us is right on the screen. 443-991-3356. Get to us so that we can put you in the chat room. Because going to these conventions will be going as per delegates. We'll be going as per delegates. There are other things we have been discussing. We've been having series of meetings in our various chat rooms. We've been having series of meetings. So please, we beg you. We always make this announcement. If you are a Sidician living in DC, in Maryland, or in Virginia, and you are not connected to the local chapter, we beg you, we hold your phone. Or if you are somebody who have interest in becoming a Sidician and you live in any one of these areas, Washington, D.C., Virginia, or that of Maryland, this is the number. This is our number you can get to us via 443-991-3356. Get to us and you would definitely be able to, make sure that you are connected to the chapter so you can be part of the chapter activities. On this note, my people, time have caught up with us. We got to go. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time off to be with us. Join us tomorrow when we elaborate more on what is happening on the redemption hour. Until we meet again, bye from our end, and get ready as we all gear up for Philadelphia, where the CDC USA convention will be held from June the 24th to the 28th. So save the date from the 24th to the 28th. It's going to be a wonderful time. Until then, my people, have yourself a God bless day and bye.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.